first things first, you want to start a lawn care business from $0. This is what you're going to want to do. The very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find some equipment. And I know this can be tough if you don't have family or you don't have friends, but if you literally are going to start from zero, like if you want to challenge yourself and see if you can, I know you can because I did it. I literally was out there with a broom, you guys. I swear. I had a broom. I didn't even have a weed whacker. I didn't even know that was something that you had to do. I'm not kidding. I was this clueless when it came to lawn care, you guys. Yeah, so I started with a Toro push mower. I started with a broom, and I had no weed whacker. So if I got grass clippings on the sidewalk, I would just brush them off. And if you have 0 clients and you're trying to start, but you have some equipment, that's totally fine. One thing I do recommend is that you do stuff like for either cheap or even free. Don't be afraid to do stuff for free because you might be able to upsell them like a mulch job or, you know, power washing or something later on down the road. Or later on down the road, you could either just drop them or just raise their price up because you kind of just want to get your foot in the door. It's better than sitting at home not doing anything. Like if you want to mow grass, you got to mow grass. And if you're out there and you're on people's property, people are going to see your truck. They're going to see you doing work. They're going to see you doing a good job. That person's going to talk to this person, and then also, the other thing you could do for if you're doing free work for people, you just get the Google reviews from them. Like ask them like, hey, I've been doing such a good job. Can you do me a favor and give me a Google review? Because that is what we're after, you guys, when you're first starting out on getting some decent equipment. But Google, if you get 30 or 40 Google reviews, like 5-star Google reviews, you guys, I can promise you're going to be like in the top 10. And people are going to see you when they search. And that's how 90% of people do it these days is they get on the internet and they type in lawn care near me or whatever the key search words is that you have on Google. So that brings me to my next point. You're first starting out your business. You're going to want to start at the right time. So a lot of people are going to be calling in like April and May. If you're number 1 on Google, which I was for like the last 2 years, my phone was blowing up nonstop, you guys. I was getting massive amounts of phone calls every single day because I was number 1 on Google. Everybody was calling. Everybody wanted quotes. Some people wanted me to give them estimates over the phone, which I never really recommend to anybody, so don't do that. But yeah, get on Google, you guys. It's super easy. You literally just type in Google My Business and get started from there. Have yourself a decent name. Don't do anything stupid, anything extra long, anything hard to spell, anything hard to say. Something sweet and simple and to the point. So don't be complicated. Don't make it 15 words long, you know, something crazy. Get on Google, get yourself a Google name or whatever it may be, and get on Google. And if you want to, I'm not telling you to do this, I'm just throwing the information out there. You can put LLC in your name, okay? Even if you don't have an LLC in your name, you can still put it in your name. No one's gonna, you know, track you down. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. No one's gonna send the FBI after you and say, well, this guy says he's got an LLC, but he doesn't. Like, whatever. So let's go back to getting started with $0. The very first thing I would tell you to do is try to get some equipment from your friends or family. Ask your dad, ask your grandpa if you can borrow their lawnmower. I mean, maybe you could sell something really quick. Like if you got an extra Xbox controller laying around, like pop up on Facebook and sell it for like 30 or 40 bucks, whatever it goes for. You can find a push mower for 30 or 40 bucks. And if it's broken, that's fine because they're so easy to work on, you guys. Sometimes you just have to order like a gasket or like a spark plug, or it just needs an oil change or something. But get yourself a push mower. And then if you have a broom, use a broom. If you already have any of this equipment, you're 10 steps ahead of the game, which is awesome. But this is all for people who don't have any equipment. Facebook's going to be your best friend, yard sales, stuff like that. But if you don't have a blower, like I said, ask your grandpa, ask your dad, ask somebody. Just say, hey, you guys, I want to start a little side hustle. I want to start bringing in a little bit more money. For a few weeks, is it okay if I just use this equipment? And they're probably going to tell you yes. I can't think of a grandpa or a dad telling you no because you want to go out and start a business. If they do, I am so sorry. Your family sucks. Sounds like mine. But anyway, go out there, get the equipment. So you're going to need a string trimmer, a blower, and a mower. Those are like the three things that, well, in a vehicle, those are like the three things you want to get the equipment going. And while you're getting that equipment, keep mowing your grass or your parents' grass or whoever's grass it is, like for the experience. And while you're doing that, you're going to want to try to get some clients. And here's a couple of tips for you to get your first couple of clients. I already mentioned Google. It's pretty much free all the way through and through. Make sure you put up some banging photos, some really, really good photos. But listen, this is important. Don't try to be what you're not, okay? If you're just a one-man person, you're just starting out, you don't have too many lawns, don't put a bunch of photos up there of like an entire fleet of trucks or like all these crazy big pieces of equipment, and like just be yourself, you guys. There's nothing worse than somebody calling you expecting you to be like some big old company, and then all of a sudden you show up and you're in some Dodge Caravan and you're by yourself and you have a broom to, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to be somebody you're not. Just straight up put up a decent photo of some nice clean cut grass, you know what it, you know, don't be crazy. So another way that you can find some more clients besides Google is you could use Facebook. I don't use Facebook. I've mentioned this in previous videos. Facebook just doesn't work for me. It's not really the clientele I'm looking for. They always tend to be people who are really cheap. They want you to cut their grass for like 15 or 20 bucks. It's kind of stupid. But if you're just starting out, you could possibly do it for like 10, 15 bucks a yard. Then you actually have something to do. And like I said, word of mouth, and then you could possibly get them to give you a Google review. And that's what you're after right now. I know I keep saying it, but this is why I keep saying it, because if you get 30 or 40 or 50 5-star Google reviews, you guys, especially early in the months, like in April and May, I promise you your phone is going to blow the F up, and you will not be able to, you know, keep up with the phone calls. You'll be doing 5, 6, 7, 8 quotes a day, but that's okay. That's good. That's how you get to 100 clients in your first year. You're going to be doing all that on Facebook because it's totally free. You might as well use it if you can. And then also door hangers. If it's allowed in your state, you might want to check. Sometimes it's considered soliciting and it might be illegal, so check with your state. I know here in Michigan it is legal. I do not recommend knocking on people's doors. But a door hanger is just, it's quiet. You know, if you show up to someone's property and you got a nice shirt on, you're dressed nice, and you quietly just put the door hanger right on there, whatever, and walk away, then you're good. You know, you're no harm, no foul. They'll see it, they'll throw it away if they don't care, or you know, they might call. It's not really hurting anybody. What I recommend you do though is you look at their property while you're walking on it, and you're like, okay, I could probably do this one for, you know, be cheap. Be cheap, you guys, because you want clients right now. So just be like, oh, I'll do it for 20 bucks a week. I know some of you are like, oh my God, I'll never drop my gate for less than 70. We're not talking about you. We're talking about people who are begging for any work at this point in time because you want some work. There's no point in you having 2 or 3 lawns and, you know, you got nothing to do. Like, you mow 2 or 3 lawns, that'll take you an hour out of your week. What are you going to do the rest of the week? You know what I mean? So you want to be out there, you want to be working, you want to get these Google reviews. So start out small, start the prices out small. Later on down the road, you can easily just raise the prices or just dump the clients. So write down on there like 20 bucks a week. You know what I mean? Like on your door hangers. You can get door hangers from so many different online stores. Door hangers can be your best friend. Try to do as many close as you can, like subdivisions, like try to hit every single door that you possibly can, you guys. So you got Google, Facebook, and door hangers. The next thing that I highly recommend that you do, and a lot of people don't know this, and some of you that watch my channel all the time, you already know what I'm going to say. It's your local buyer's guide, you guys. That, you know what I mean? That piece of paper, that newspaper article that people still look at to this day, that you buy at your local grocery store or wherever it may be. And in that local buyer's guide, there you are, DeWolf Lawn Care, blowing, edging, mowing, leaf removal. I think that's what mine says. And it's in a big box. It's all capital letters. It's underlined or whatever it may be, but it stands out. Most of the people that read the buyer's guide are older people who don't have Facebook, don't use Google, anything like that. They still read the newspaper. And there's nothing better than a nice old client who has no problem paying for that service because they need you and they have no intentions in moving within the next 5 to 10 years. But yeah, if you don't have any money, you're starting with absolutely zero, then you can't do those other options. But if you do have a couple bucks in your pocket, you can get door hangers. If you can't afford them, You know, I'm just giving you guys all the tips I can. Do what you can. If you don't have any money, I'm sorry. I'm hoping at this point you're cutting somebody's grass, you're cutting the neighbor's yard, whatever it may be. That's another thing you can do is you can go around your neighborhood and ask your neighbors like, hey, I'm starting a lawn care business. Is it all right with you if I cut your grass for free? I'm just trying to get some practice and some experience under my belt. And if they tell you no, that's fine. If they tell you yes, that's awesome. Cut their grass, and then afterwards just tell them, hey, it would be very helpful if you could give me a Google review. I'd really appreciate it. And then there's a good chance that you'll probably get a Google review. And like I said, if you do that 15, 20, 30 times, they might give you a tip. There's a very, very good chance that if they're decent neighbors and you cut their grass and you do a good job, they'll probably throw you 20, 30 bucks. I'm not kidding. That's how it's been for me. People always tip me. Even the people that I charge, like my actual price, they still tip me. And then they also give me Google reviews. Hopefully you got some at least a mower or something at this point, but now you're gonna want to start investing in your company, you guys, for growth. But you're gonna want to get yourself some equipment, you guys, and you don't have to go get stuff brand new. Hop on Facebook, find yourself like an FS94R, and then get yourself a blower. You don't need to go out and buy all this brand new equipment. You don't need to have a 20-foot trailer. You don't need to have 4 mowers on there. You don't need the biggest truck in the world. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It helps me out a ton. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. But that's pretty much it, you guys. It's pretty basic. Borrow the equipment if you have to, if you can. But like I said, if you don't have any money, try to find something around your house that you can sell for, you know, some quick cash on Facebook Marketplace, and then get back on Facebook and find a mower. And then as soon as you find that mower, you're off to the races. Getting started from zero can be a challenge, but once you get that ball rolling, you guys, just make sure that you're using some of these tips that I'm telling you, and don't get caught up in all this crap where you think you have to go to the store and buy a $60,000 truck and you got a 20-foot trailer and you got 5 brand new mowers on there. It's like, you'll never get into the profits, you guys. You constantly keep telling yourself, oh, I got to grow to this 6-figure business. And like, dude, I make crap tons of money, and you guys have seen my setup. It's like a tiny little 8x6 trailer, my Wright Standard ZK, my F-150. It's nothing fancy. I don't have a big old F-350 black truck and a 6x12 enclosed trailer with $4,000 decals on the side. I don't have any of that crap, and I'm still pulling in $3,000 a week. So don't let people tell you that you need to do this, that, and the other, and you need to make sure you're on a Skag V ride because they're the best ones. You want to get what is going to work for you guys, you guys. That's what you want to do. You want to get what you can find on Facebook. I'm done with this rant. I'm over it. I could talk about this forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace.